Well, welcome back, boys and girls, to Long Dark. Hello, how y'all doing today? Sorry I'm late, I got stuck playing 7 Days to Die for a week. Hey, that's totally, I've been obsessed with 7 Days to Die here lately myself, friends, so... yeah, Yogurt Man, I have been obsessed with 7 Days to Die myself, so I completely understand. I actually just got done with 3 hours of it. We're gonna do another 3 hours. In about 3 hours, we're gonna do another 3 hours of Long Dark. So we're gonna be having all sorts of Long Dark fun. But today we're finishing up our. This is gonna be one of our final days mapping in the Sundered Pass. It's gonna be one of our final days mapping here. Wow. Okay, I can't see anything. Where am I? Where am I right now? Okay. I think we're down at the... Yeah, we're down here. Okay. We are down here. We've got some arrowheads on us. Let's grab a little bit of birch. I think we need a few birch. Do we have any arrow shafts? No. We'll grab a few birch. How much wood do we have on us? We don't have any wood here except for these sticks. Do we have any wood in here? I don't think so. No, we got a piece of birch bark in there. And we got some money in there. And we got some charcoal in there. Okay. Alright. 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 What time of day is it? It's almost morning. Let's go see what we have out here. All right, so we have nine arrowheads in here right now. So we got 9 arrowheads in here. We got no wood in there. I'm gonna put these feathers in here too. Okay. So yeah, I think our best course of action right now is to head back. I think how many arrows do I got at the moment? No, not flutter shells, arrows. I got 11 arrows. That's not too bad. So eat a little bit of wolf meat. We'll go in and we'll rest for a minute. I fell asleep waiting for the stream. It's better late than never, they say. Well, I was streaming, Robert. I was streaming a little bit of 7 Days to Die, so we were playing through our last day before we switched up streams. So, so we're a little late getting the Long Dark started, but we're back. We're back. Oh yeah, I have a deer out here that I killed. I forgot about that. It's gonna get us cold, really cold, and it's gonna also make us lose some health, but that's okay.
Thank you, I'll be here all week.
Triple with 76 Jadex 10.
7 Days to Die on console at launch, I noticed, was blurry and had a lot of lag spikes. Yeah, they're still, I mean, I'm sure they're still working out some of the stuff. You know, with it. Let's just say it wouldn't surprise me if they're still working out some stuff with it. We're just gonna go in here and chop this deer meat up real quick, where it's a little warmer. And then we'll leave this. We'll leave the guts to cure here, and we'll take the deer hide with us. Well, I mean, we'll leave the gut. We'll have the deer hide cure here for a second, but we'll take it with us before we go, because we're gonna just chop up this meat real quick, and that way we can at least have some meat that's sitting down here. So the console launch wasn't flawless. Well, it doesn't surprise me a ton. It really doesn't. Usually launches onto consoles are kind of unless the game was specifically made for console. It's usually not the best. Come on, water. I just want you to open. You don't have that much to unscrew. Got myself a nice cool bottle of water. Because I was really thirsty. Alright, we got one more bag to harvest up. Then we'll get all the way, we're going to go all the way from here, all the way up. Hey,
No power in the verse can stop me.
Alright. I took on the Crack-a-Book HQ as soon as I got my shot, as soon as I shot my gun, I heard tons of zombies spawning, and then the game crashed. Oh
Burner
no!
_89 just subscribed.
Hey, thank you so much for the sub there as well, Burner89. John Me, you're back. You're back. Is your grandson Burner, or who's your grandson? Oh, I'll take care of your grandson. Welcome in, grandson. As a console player, as a console enjoyer, that is one of the gives. But if you know what you are expecting, very enjoyable on any game. Exactly. Yeah, I would imagine that games that are specifically made for console probably run better on console than ones that are made for cross-platform, but that's just me. That's just, I'm thinking that's just me. Which one, who's your grandson, John Me? Is that Burner89 on the Twitch side, or? The Crack-a-Book HQ, I've always found that POI to be rather disappointing, let's just say. You go into the Crack-a-Book HQ thinking, oh, I'll get a lot of books. No, not really. There's not a lot of... No, you're just a random guy. Well, random guy, welcome on in. Thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that very much. Mine is Michael, he's 5. Hi, Michael! Hi, Michael. Hope you're doing good. Welcome to some Long Dark. There's scary wolves in here, though. It might be a little frightening at points. I'm just forewarning you. There are some scary wolves in this joint. Yeah, that's why I took it. Didn't get a lot of books. My friend did become Zombie Chow. Well, yeah, you know, Yogurt Man, yeah, I just don't find I don't find the book HQ to be that great, to be honest. Well, John Me over on the YouTube side, we will definitely take care of Michael for you. Yogurt Man on YouTube says, I haven't even entered Dashong Tower. Any words of advice? I have never done Dashong Tower myself, Yogurt Man. I haven't found it yet on my map, but it is one that I eventually do want to do. I have never done Dashong Tower. I have never done it. Robert Morris on YouTube says, I like the cave wolves the best. The cave wolves are pretty awesome. Oh, I left that hide down there, didn't I? I'm gonna grab these fresh rabbit guts too. Actually, the guts I can leave here. I forgot the deer hide down there. That makes me sad. But we aren't going back for it. Not now. We're too far away. I think we got all of our stuff repaired back up though. Yeah, all of our stuff except for that one bear coat is all repaired back up now. So we're good to go. We're good to go. And welcome in Marley on the YouTube side as well. Hope you're doing well. All right, let's get some food here. Yum yum. Get the moldy food out of the way. And then we'll eat the little ptarmigan meat. It's gonna get full up here. There we go. And then we will grab a bottle of water and drink it down. And these need to be no, there's nothing else that needs to be cooked here. Nice. There we go. There we go. But welcome in on the YouTube side, everybody. Welcome back. Welcome, of course, to everybody here on Twitch. You guys are awesome and amazing on both platforms. You guys have been so supportive and awesome and amazing. I just really appreciate it so very much. What condition is our bow in? 65%? That's awesome. That is awesome condition. Okay. So what's changed in the long dark? I noticed it isn't as dark and it looks a bit different. Well, I have my well, it is dark, but this is one of the new zones, Yogurt Man. This is Sundered Pass in the new area. It has 4 new zones in it. Well, 3 new major zones, and then 2 sort of the transition zones, I guess you could call them. So there's 5 zones total, but there's a couple transition zones. We are in Sundered Pass, which is the final one. There's also the 3 tails, the Signal Void, Buried Echoes, and Last Horizon that you can do. Of course, there's all the new cooking recipes. Well, this is just this map I've made. I've mapped every zone in the game. You have to map the zones yourself. You do not get maps if you don't do it yourself. Now you can look at the region map if you want to, but you don't get maps if you don't map them yourself. The only way you get maps is if you do it yourself. So, why did you not get a notification about the stream? Well, I went live this morning at 9, Prim. And I went live with some 7 Days to Die. And we just started Long Dark about 15 minutes ago. 15 minutes ago, something like that. 13 minutes ago. Oh, it's 9 years since you saw it last. Well, there's now 15, 16 zones. Ow, you son of a bitch. Oh, really? Wow. Okay, fine. You want to play this way? We'll play this way. Frickin' bastards. Now I'm bleeding. And they damaged my clothing, which I just freaking fixed. Yeah, they damaged my clothing, which I just freaking fixed. And then he stole my arrow. God damn it. Stupid effing wolves. Stupid effing glitchy ass fucking Timberwolves. I hate the frickin' Timberwolves. They're the worst thing they've ever added into the game because they just the mechanics of them are so freaking broken. The mechanics of them are just so freaking broken that it doesn't make it any fun. They're not even fun to try to outsmart or anything. Because the mechanics are just so broken on them. And all those clothing items that I just repaired, one nip knocked all my clothing down again. It's just so ridiculous. Just so goddamn ridiculous. Take your stupid blue ass flare and get it out of here. So I'm missing 1 arrow still. So now I gotta find my freaking arrows. There's my other arrow. God, I hate the Timberwolves. They're just an annoyance more than anything. That's the thing. It's not even that they're hard. They're just freaking annoying. They're the worst mechanic they ever added into the game. They really, truly are. Everything else they've added into the game, it's like, okay, I hate the poison gas, but okay, you don't have to deal with it if you don't want to. You can just stay out of the poison gas mines, and they added in a sort of a way around it with the I got more Timberwolves over here now. Because respawn, of course. And there goes another one of my goddamn arrows. Because those motherfuckers steal them all the time. God damn it. Oh, I just hate the Timberwolves. They're so freaking annoying. So freaking annoying. Ugh. I absolutely... The Timberwolves are just... They are the worst mechanic they've ever added into this game. They're the stupidest creature they've ever added into the game. They're just a damn annoyance. They just boil my blood every time I see them. They just boil my blood every time I freaking see them. I just want to shoot myself. I just want to go jump off a freaking cliff. Because they're so stupid and their mechanics are so retarded. What's wrong with the Timberwolves? Their mechanics are just stupid. They're the worst mechanic they've ever added in. They're glitchy as hell. They take one little nip at you and you lose like 20% off all your clothing items, and you bleed, and you have an infection. I would rather face eight regular wolves in a row than face one pack of frickin' Timberwolves. That's how much I hate them. I'd rather face an entire zone of regular wolves than face one freaking Timberwolf pack. Because they're just so freaking annoying. Yeah, and they have no benefit. That's the thing. They have no special hide. What do you get from them? A flippin' goddamn wolf hide. That's all you get. You get a goddamn wolf hide, and that's it. It's like for all that pain and hassle for a frickin' wolf hide? You have to be kidding me. And then they run for 20 miles with your arrows. They barely ever die from a single arrow unless you shoot them in the head. And then they run for 20 miles with your goddamn arrow in their face. They're so annoying. At least this guy kind of ran in the right direction. Yeah, some sort of unique piece of clothing would at least be nice to give us, because then we can be like, okay, we gotta be at least then we'd be like, okay, at least we got something out of it, you know. Anyway, enough rage about the dumbass Timberwolves. I just freaking hate everything about them. They're just such a stupid mechanic. They need to be eliminated, eradicated from the game. All right. Well, looks like we're gonna be spending the next couple days inside trying to get healed up again. That's all we seem to do now. I'm gonna grab my coal. I'm gonna grab a couple more blue flares. Put out the torch. Okay. I guess we can go outside and just cook some moose. I guess that's something we can do. Oh, man. Anyway, enough about the crappy Timberwolves. I think cabin fever will set in, the cycle start again. Well, the good news is we did a lot of fishing before we came up here. So, last episode we did a lot of fishing.
Need to find some place to escape this cold.
And this episode we can do a lot of cooking. We can do some cooking outside here. Put a piece of coal on there, get a little reclaimed wood on there. Get all that water that we, for some, oh yeah, because the fire burned out. I was like, why did we not boil that water? Oh, the fire burned out on us. Because I think the wind came up and blew our fire out. That was it. Let's eat some rancid bear meat. Yum yum. Make a little more water while we're here, because why not? At least we got lots of wolf meat. We got deer meat. We've got bear meat. We've got moose meat. We got every kind of meat you could ever hope for. We have the meat. We have the meats, boys and girls. We got the meats. Let's see. That's all moose meat. That's all bear meat. That's another piece of moose meat there. Did you manage to get the salt? No, I did not get the salt in last stream. Nope, we never made it down to the salt. Never made it to the salt, Marley. A little more moose meat there for us. That's a sausage factory. Hey now!
I need to lay down.
The only good thing about being up here is that our fires last for a long. Oh well, until they get blown out by the effing goddamn wind, because that has to change direction every 2 fucking seconds. God damn it! Sorry, I'm dropping all the F-bombs today. This game is just pissing me off. I don't know what it is. Maybe I'm just like not wanting to play Long Dark right now. The game is just pissing me off right now. It's doing everything in its power just to be annoying. I grabbed my pot, right? Yeah, let's just go inside and get some sleep. Yeah, these new zones are not that great, to be honest. I mean, the new zones are okay, but they're just a constant. It's a constant pain in the ass of combination of Timberwolves, shifting winds. It's like trying to live in Bleak Inlet for very long. 7 Days to Die will start again in about in a little less than 3 hours. Oh no, that's fine. No, that's fine. We're doing Long Dark. I'm just bitching and whining about it right now. Yeah, the way the weather changes is just so BS. It's just so BS how the weather just changes like that. The Long Dark isn't tinted blue anymore and it doesn't feel as cold. Oh, it's cold up here. Bad. This is probably the coldest region I've ever been in. This region is the coldest region in the game. Coldest region in the game, guaranteed. Even Dark, he got to 51-day naked misery, then suspended his run with still having 105% condition. Oh yeah, guys like Even Dark can do that. They have the patience and they have the willpower to just slow play it and not take any chances. And what I'd like to challenge Even Dark to do, here's the thing. Even Dark, you cannot stay in any location for more than a day. You have to constantly be moving the entire time. I doubt he could do that and survive for that long, but we'll see. That's my challenge to him. Yeah, you have to go out and take chances. You can't live in any caves. You have to go out into snowstorms. I just see. I don't have the patience for that. I don't have the patience for playing like that at all. I'm glad he does, but I have no patience for playing like that. Just like sitting in houses and caves, gathering up fuel, stopping every 5 seconds to make a fire. No, that's never gonna be the way I play the game. That would be, to me, that is just boring. But hey, you know, I know it's exciting for some people. And it is exciting to see him get those days. All right. And it sounds like we still have a blizzard outside. Do we still have a blizzard outside? Yeah, we still got a blizzard outside. It's only negative 88 right now. That's not bad. Yeah, old fart and I live like in the same. Yeah, and I'm a friend of his son, so. Yeah, on his regular miseries up to 250 days, and I can hear the boredom in his voice. Oh yeah, it's just It's boring. I mean, honestly, to me, it's boring to watch and it's boring to play. There's just no fun in it. It's like, okay, so I've lived this long. Whoopity-doo, what do we do now? Can we, you know, it's the biggest problem with misery is, yes, you can survive on it, but it's gonna be very boring survival. It's gonna be very boring survival, because it's just like, okay, well, what do we do now? God damn it, I hate the weather here. I wanna go, and I wanna set out. I wanna get over here and map this Polaroid, because we have to travel all the way. We basically have to go all the way over here under this bridge to get that Polaroid. The Long Dark boring? No, the Long Dark's not boring. The new misery mode is kind of boring to play for any long period of time. Because the final stage of misery mode, Yogurt, is that you get no health back from pretty much anything. They haven't fixed it yet, but the pies and the new recipes are glitched right now, so you can get health back from those. But once they patch that out, it'll even be more annoying, because you won't be able to get health back from anything. And then it will be really boring, because you basically can't do anything. You have to sit in a cabin, and then you have to go and you have to sit in another place, and then you have to go and sit in another place. It's just like, oh my god, it's so just like slow. You can't take misery mode doesn't allow you to take chances. Because every point of health you lose is a point that you're probably never going to get back. Okay, we can mend those, so let's do that. Let's mend our gloves, since we can do that. But yeah, misery mode. Misery mode should have been put in as a challenge, like As the Dead Sleep or Dark Walker or something like that. It really didn't have any business being added as a gameplay mode. It really didn't. It's basically it was more Hinterland just giving the finger to everybody who was like, well, Interloper's too easy. It was them just kind of going, well, here's a mode that you're gonna die on. It's like, well, okay, I guess. The thing is that you know, very few people are ever gonna play Misery ever. So it was like adding a gameplay mode that nobody's gonna bother playing, which, like I said before, they would have been better off if they just added. They would have been better off if they added a mode between Stalker and Interloper. That would have been much more widely received as a cool gameplay mode to have. But Whatever. Well, I mean, that's the thing though, is misery mode is basically streamer mode. I'm thinking, Beastie, of a gameplay mode that would actually benefit a majority of the players who play Long Dark. Not just the streamers of Long Dark. And yes, and I am talking about this as a streamer of Long Dark. I think misery mode adds nothing to the community as a whole. It adds an entertainment factor for people watching people, and a few streamers, but it doesn't add anything to the community as a whole. It just doesn't. And I deny anybody to change my mind on that. It just doesn't add anything to the community, other than being, you know, entertainment value of viewers. I mean, yeah, okay, it adds that. I'll grant you that. But to the community as a whole, I mean, most people are never gonna play it. Can't go to the zone with zombies and zone contamination would be a mine run on misery, so basically you just walk around looking for stuff to make teas. Well, yeah. But yeah, Beastie, I get what you're saying. I totally get what you're saying. From an entertainment standpoint, it definitely has it. It definitely has it. But most people will never play it, and that makes me sad, because I think they should have put their efforts towards something that more people in the community would actually benefit from. But that's, you know, that's just me. Because how many people out there would love to have a gameplay mode that was a standard gameplay mode between Stalker and Interloper? I imagine there would be a lot of players out there who would herald that as one of the greatest things they could ever do. Is give them a gameplay mode between Stalker and Interloper.
I'm gonna need to eat.
7 Days to Die Blood Moon stream coming when it gets released? What do you mean? And that's the thing is like, let me just get it over with. Yeah, I mean, you know, it was As the Dead Sleep was like, okay, and I played it and had fun with it. Really, dude? Really? Ow, son of a biscuit. Never mind. Never mind. Don't worry about it. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. Nobody saw anything happen there. Nothing happened there. It's all gonna be okay. That was my fault. That was totally on me. That was totally on me. Oh god, that was too funny. Oh my god. Well, there's a Stalker, you know, Stalker has that. Yeah, and here comes the cabin fever again. So we're gonna grab up a bunch of lumber. I got the sprained ankle still. I guess I could cure that. Doing that. But see, that's the thing. It's like some people don't want to do a custom game. Some people don't want to do a custom game, and I think them having a regular gameplay mode between the two, if they're going to invent a new gameplay mode, why not make one that's more accessible to more people, that the most people will enjoy. Why not make a gameplay mode that more people will enjoy than less? That's all I'm saying. Okay, that's annoying me. So, I don't know. They decided to go with the... Really? How did I miss him? How did I miss him again? How did I fucking miss him? What are you actually talking about right now? I swear to God, they become invulnerable when they howl now. They used to never do that. I just absolutely hate you. I absolutely despise everything that you represent, Timberwolves. I despise everything you are. You are the worst piece of garbage, stupid mechanic they've ever added to the game. Yeah, there we go. You gotta shoot them right in the face or they don't die. If you don't shoot them in the face, they don't die. No! No! Where are all these... Okay, I don't know where these are all coming from. And he's gonna run away with my arrow too.
Freeze.
They must be all respawning or something. And where did that look at that, look how far he's running away. He's like, bugger off, bye. He's like, effity bye. I'm gonna go way up in the hills and die with your arrow in me, so you can never get it back, because I'm a total jackass. Oh yeah, there's like 4 packs up here. There's one up there, one over there, one there, and one by this house, and a 5th one over by the lake. There's actually 5 packs of wolves up here. 5 packs of freaking Timberwolves. The dumbest mechanic they've ever added into this game. After I get done mapping this run, I will never, I swear to God, I will probably come back to this zone as much as I go to Bleak Inlet, which is not very often at all, because it's just a retarded zone to even come into. It has the stupid Timberwolves. There's no advantage to coming to this zone. There's nothing here you can't get elsewhere with way less effort and way less struggle.
Thank you. Thank you.
It's a stupid mechanic
Triple
that they
Wood
have with the
76
dumb Timberwolf.
cheered Dex
Is that
15.
the Timberwolf over there? No, I don't think so. I don't even need the saplings from this stupid ass zone. I'll grab these sticks here because sticks are hard to get in this upper area anyway. See, where did that Timberwolf even go? Where did the Timberwolf even go to? Timberwolves, yes, those are Timberwolves, the ones that come in packs. And then they just kind of growl around you, and then they take little nips at you. Because they're a bunch of little pussies and they can't just attack you. And far too many blizzards, and way too cold a temperature. Right now it's negative 60, 71. It's negative 71 out, so there's no clothing that'll ever protect us up here. Ever. Yeah, I don't even know where this other Timberwolf went off and died. I have no idea where he even went to die. He just skated off with my arrow and said, "See you later, sucker. I've got your arrow now. F you." I don't even know where they're at now. Don't even know where he's at. Oh, well, whatever. There's one way out there. I don't know if he has a pack with him or not. 71 centigrade. Yeah. Negative 71 centigrade. That's not negative 71 Fahrenheit. That's even worse than 71 Fahrenheit. Next map is set in a volcano with lava wolves. Nice. Don't see any loot worth the effort? Yeah. There really is no loot. This zone is specifically made to do a quest, and that's it. And that's it. There's no other reason you could ever convince me to stay in the zone for very long. None. Well, we've got cabin fever, so we might as well head up to the cave here. I don't know as if we have food up here, though. We got some cattails with us anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Those guys I can hit no problem. Can't hit a goddamn Timberwolf to save my life. But I can hit a small little bird. I don't know why I'm so salty today. I don't know why I'm so salty today. I think I'm just salty for no reason whatsoever. Sleeping in the indoor part of the cave does not count towards cold fusion badge? No, it does not. Yeah, the interior of the cave is not good for cold fusion, unfortunately. Which really sucks. I wish I had known that, but I didn't back in the day. But yeah, you gotta be out. You gotta have a fire going outside, and yeah. You should play the single player. That will help you de-stress. What do you mean the single player? This is all of it's single player, Alex. What do you mean single player? Are you talking about the story mode? Nah, I won't play the story mode. Story mode bothers me worse than that does. Is the single Alex Life? Are you talking about the story mode? I mean, I'll play story mode when it comes out on the for Chapter 5. I'll play Chapter 5 just to do it. But unfortunately, story mode's a one and done. There's not much you can. I'll have plenty of salt left over for tomorrow. Trust me. I'll have plenty of salt left over for tomorrow. Cause yeah, story mode is kind of a one and done playthrough for me. Story mode I just find to be I don't like linear gameplay in this mode at all. I just like to do what I want to do when I want to do it. And that's just too linear for me. Misery difficulty story mode. Wow, that would be crazy. Okay, that had literally nothing on it. Okay, that literally has, like, no food on it either. Jeez Louise! Would you play story mode if it was available to play on it on Misery? Nah, Misery mode I only do on the weekends, and I need lots of time between, because Misery mode just is like... Misery mode's just annoying. And God, I didn't have water on me that entire time I was sitting there picking that. I didn't even notice that. That's on me, boys and girls. That's not the game's fault. That's my fault. That is totally my fault. Oh. Well, I played the story mode on hardened difficulty. The reason they never added the bear spear to survival mode is because it didn't work in story mode either. The bear spear never worked. The bear spear was a interesting idea. It was something that was fun that they tried, But the bear spear was just a very poor. It was a poor thing. It did not work out very well. At least not the way they were hoping. Can I eat boiled boot leather? No. They should add the feature where your clothes self-equipped in misery mode just for me. Oh god, no! 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 Beastie, how dare you? How dare you? How dare you even bring that up? No. No, that is evil and wrong in so many ways.
No power in the verse can stop me.
Blue McKen, how you doing, buddy? I'm just gonna cook these little fast pieces real quick. But Butter Blue, thank you so much. It would make it more miserable. You do have a point. It would make it more miserable. Your point is well taken, sir. The bear spear was scripted to be a pain in the ass. Yes, it was. It was a scripted pain in the ass. Alright, we can do one feather. 28 minutes is the lowest you can get on feathers, by the way. It starts, I think, at like 40 minutes a feather, and then it's 28 minutes to get one feather from a bird. Don't ask me why. Don't ask questions. Just consume content and get excited for next content. But hey, tomorrow we will be back on our misery mode. I think we're on day 17? 17, 18? So, you know, it'll be fun. Hey, Smoochie, you finally got an interloper going. Still no bedroll or hammer. Ooh. Well, you'll find them. You'll find them. Keep looking. They're out there. I swear they're out there. Hey there. I'm playing now Thunderstorm mode in Long Dark. My question is, where can I find a gun? Thunderstrum mode? What do you mean Thunderstrom mode? I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not sure what you speak of, sir. Misery mode seems like a campfire simulator to me. That's pretty much what it is. Unfortunately, with misery mode, Butter Blue, you just can't take any chances. You can't be like, hey, let's go out here and see if we can do something. Let's go out here and see if we can do this. You know, it doesn't really, it doesn't lend itself to risk-taking. This challenge Thunderstrom, I have no idea what that is. I don't do challenges, so I have no clue what that even is. Sandro, I have no idea what it even is.
I'm tired. I can't sleep.
I know what Thunderstruck is. I've been thunderstruck. And we've got insomnia now. But guess what? We don't have cabin fever anymore. Huzzah. Yeah, you know, guns, I'm not very familiar with, Sandro, because I don't play with them. I don't know where I don't really know where any guns are in the game, because I don't actually utilize any guns in the game. So, like custom mode with a name. Oh, okay, it's like a custom mode with a name. Oh, I got it. Okay. I was thinking, is there some? Well, no, I have never heard of that challenge. So, oh Jesus Christ! Oh my God, you scared the holy bejesus. I thought there was a freaking wolf up here. And I didn't have my bow out or. Thank you, Dubes, for the 500 bits stuff. So, Sandro, I'm not really sure what to tell you on guns, my friend, because I don't really play with the guns. I don't know where any good gun spots are. Because they've changed them all. There used to be certain spots that you could get in gun. There were certain spots you could get guns, say in Mystery Lake, and in Pleasant Valley, and stuff like that. So not really sure where they are in those zones. Oh, believe me, I have all the guns. That is no. There's no lie. No lie told there, my friend. No lies are told there. Well, that's sort of how I'm playing Misery Mode. Is I am going full YOLO. Okay, that doggo's still scared of us. Oh, are you talking about whiteout? Are you talking about the whiteout challenge, Sandro? Are you talking about the whiteout challenge? Is that the challenge you're doing? And you have to get a gun. You have to get a gun to put in the stash. Is that the one you're talking about, Sandro? Oh, old fart, you are a lifesaver if that's what he's talking about. Because if you need a gun, if you've not been able to find one anywhere else, Sandro, go to the summit. Go to the summit. There's a crate up there that will have a rifle in it, guaranteed. That's what I had to do on my whiteout challenges. I had to go to the summit. I searched almost every zone in the game and couldn't find a gun. And so I went to the summit. There was one in the crate, no problem. So that would be my advice to you. Okay, so that I do know. That I can help you with, my friend. Yep. The summit has a rifle up there, guaranteed on a whiteout challenge. Oh, you gotta be freaking goddamn kidding me. No effing way. They all respawned? No freaking way! And the wolves welcome me back, boys and girls. Well, we lost one arrow. We lost one arrow. One guy ran off that direction with our stuff. But we're too far into this now. I think the only location for the rifle is the I think that's the only location for the rifle in the whiteout challenge. Really? Am I gonna eat those wolves? Nah. Get the Doom Eternal theme song playing. Did they change the loot tables and the challenges too? I think it did update them, yeah. I think it did, Butterblue. Because it used to be in the whiteout challenge, I could always get a rifle in Coastal Highway. And if I didn't get it there, I could just go to Pleasant Valley and get it there. But I believe they did change the I believe they did change it. Yes, you can now make Bannock on the campfire in a can. Which is kind of cool that you can do that now. We have to be getting close to the place where we can do this map. We have this damn Polaroid right here. I'm pretty sure it's right down here somewhere. That's just a regular wolf over there. I think it's right here. Somewhere along this. There it is, right there. There's the Vista location. Okay, let's build a fire here. Let's do it. Oh my god. Be nice if they would add a one-man tent. Oh god, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure this Polaroid's gonna reveal all of this to get this Polaroid, boys and girls. That's what we were doing this entire time. Bye-bye. Bye-bye, Flare. I hate you. Wow, that changed the map so much. I hate the new Polaroids. The new Polaroids aren't even worth it. At least the old Polaroids would like give you something. At least the old Polaroids would give you something.
I'm not sure I can carry much more.
You know, you get a chunk of a good sized chunk of the map when you did a Polaroid. Nowadays it's like, oh, you want to do a Polaroid? Well, we can't give you anything with a Polaroid. That'd be cheating. Let's see if Mr. Wolf wants to be some food here. There's a body over here too. I guess I could go see what's up with that. Interesting. Oh, I've already looked at him. Oh, does this go up behind the waterfall? Wait a second. Does this go up behind the waterfall here? And what's this up here? There's something up here, and I don't know what it is. And it makes me want to go look at it. What is it?
If I can drop any of this gear.
Is it an airplane crash? Oh, it's from that airplane that was up there. No, there's an airplane up on top of that cliff that we already did, and it's just part of the airplane crash. And this was the cave that we had to finally build a fire all the freaking way back here just to stay warm at night. There's our recycled can that we left back here. I mean, it's kind of a cool cave. So we're basically like right in here. I don't know if I mapped in here now. I think I might have. Yeah, we're right there. Hey, Feng Shui, how you doing? And here's the dead dude. Yeah, see, there's the dead dude there, so we already mapped here as well. Yeah, it's a neat little cave, but there's nothing there really of any note that you need to get anything from. Yeah, that cave gives no shelter, sadly. Sadly, it lacks on the shelter side. That's our way back, that's our way up to the weather station if we wanted to go up there, but the weather station is kind of a one and done. Once you've been there, you have no once you've been there and you've done the quest, you have no reason to ever go back there again. So. Alright, so we mapped out a little bit more there. That got us a little, that gives us the path down, basically. I knew I needed another map in here somewhere. Yeah, when I get Jordo, when I get down to the hut down here, we'll look at all of my maps in all their glory. I mean, I think this is a pretty zone, but it was built for a quest. It was built for a quest, which is fine. It's fine to have zones that are built for quests, but it kind of limits what this zone can be used for. Any idea why they didn't list the new region's map names? What do you mean? The new region's map names. Where at, Peace Dog? Oh, the Feng Shui, this map's not even that big. This map's not even that big. How many times have you mapped every zone in the game? Well, this is the first time I've actually mapped every zone in the game. Because this zone's a new zone, so. I hate that you gotta go to the weather station to get a key to get into the locked room in the first building you get to. Yes, that's kind of ridiculous, huh? Yeah, you go get yourself a ptarmigan, my friend. You deserve a ptarmigan today, buddy. A ptarmigan a day? Ptarmigan a day keeps the doctor away. That's what they say anyway. List of maps in the inventory doesn't show the new regions. Oh, are you talking about in the... Are you talking about in the, Are you talking about for, the mapping part? Yeah, it doesn't show them, because it's not part of the, you're talking about in here. You're talking about in here. In the surveyed locations. Is that what you're talking about in surveyed locations here? Oh my goodness, Bad Boy Gamer, what? Brother, hold up a second, hold up. He just gifted 10 more memberships on the YouTube side. It's a shame here in the zone, both look great, but it's really not a place you'd want to return to. Yeah, really. I gave up mapping the zone, too many bad dogs in this area. Yeah, there's just too many. Yeah, so are you talking about there, in that area? Bad Boy Gamer just gifted out 10 memberships. I can't even get back and look at them all. And I can't even hit a goddamn rabbit. That's how bad I am right now. Well, that's okay. We're gonna head back to the,
It's getting dark out here. Time to look for shit.
I want to get in here and get warm real quick. We can look at our maps real quick, and then we can go back and look at all that. Thank you again, Bad Boy Gamer, for gifting out 10 memberships. Southside, M, Pansri, Phantom Sith, Celestial Silver, Celestry Silver, Carolyn, Reed Weber, General Mom, Bobby Boring, Jordo, Eugene, and yes, and Eugene all got gifted memberships. Thank you so much. So yeah, I think the reason they didn't put it in here, in this section, let's see. In this section here, I think that's what you're talking about, is these, it's not listed in the surveyed location section, is because it's not part of the Faithful Cartographer achievement. Only the zones that are here are Faithful Cartographer zones. Are we still cold here? No, we're warm. Okay. So that's why they are not listed. But here's our maps. There's Forsaken Airfield. There's Black Rock. There's Keeper's Pass North and South that get you from Pleasant Valley to Black Rock. There's the zone of contamination. There's Sundered Pass, which we got a pretty good map of Sundered Pass now. Desolation Point. Bad boy. Oh, man. 5 more gifted memberships. Dude, what are you doing? Oh, well, thank you so much. That's so nice of you. Fong Shui, Fox Gray, Brock, Connor, Editus, and Justin Taggart all just received memberships in. Crumbling Highway, there's Coastal Highway, there's the Ravine, there's Mystery Lakes map, and if you zoom in, you can actually see a lot of details on it that you can't see if you zoom out. Zooming out gives you the locations and the main sites on it. Zooming in shows you a lot of the other smaller sites as well. There's Forlorn Muskeg, the Winding River, Pleasant Valley, Timberwolf Mountain, Ash Canyon, Bleak Inlet, Mountain Town, Hush River Valley, which is my favorite zone in the game, Broken Railroad, Far Range Branch Line, and the Transfer Pass, and back to Forsaken Airfield, which is the largest map in the game. That's the largest map in the game. What does the gift do? You're now a member of the channel, so you have membership status with the channel. Basically, the membership status, I am putting out a series of Witcher 3 on YouTube that is, there's early access to some of the episodes for members only. Other than that, it basically is a way of supporting the channel and supporting my streaming efforts more than anything. And I thank you very much for doing that, Bad Boy Gamer. That's very super kind of you to do. Thank you, thank you. You were on Roku, you had to pop on the computer to say thanks. Nice. But yeah, we have the memberships there. It's sort of like a subscription on YouTube, Yogurt Man. It basically it's your way of supporting the channel, or somebody else has gifted it to you so you can support the channel. You also get access. To some of the emotes that we have. So there we go. Do we still get access to the OnlyPans? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. There's also some emotes that you have available as a member to the channel that you can use during live streams. And then, like I said, there is a series on YouTube right now that I'm doing for Witcher 3, which has some public access videos, but the newer ones are all for members only. So, all right. So what I'm gonna do here, I'm a little bit overweight. I'm gonna leave a little bit of my wood here because we're gonna come back this way. Gonna leave a little bit of that wood here. I am a little bit on the hungry side. You know what we should do? We should go out here and hunt that rabbit real quick. And if you would like what you see, hit that like button, baby. Hit that like button. If you like all the salt, hit that like button. Hit the salt button, boys and girls. My salt shaker's bringing all the boys to the yard. Yeah, that wolf's still over there. I can barely see him in the distance, but he's still over there. Give you guys night vision here. It's kind of dark out here right now. Yeah, I really don't want to get any colder. So this is the cave that connects both to, this cave up here connects to Forsaken Airfield. It also connects over to, what's the other zone? Zone of Contamination. So it connects to both those zones. I'm actually not going to go out this way because I actually need to go to the transfer pass. So we're going to go out that way instead. I might finish mapping it. We got about as good a map as we're going to be doing Phantom Sith. I mean, we were able to get the we were able to get this mapped up over here, which is what I mainly wanted. And we got both the sides of that done. There's this little area here that we haven't mapped that I just don't give a crap about. And there's this hill up here that's kind of impossible to map because you're either under it or you're traveling through it. There's these dead areas that are just really hard to map because there's no high ground to get to. There's all these hills. Basically, all these black spots here are just hills that you can't really do anything with. And honestly, I don't want to go up this way again and map this because this was just an annoying pain in the ass. It was a blizzard pretty much the entire time we were up there. And we got pretty much all the main points of interest we've mapped. You know, all the little huts that you can camp in. All the named areas that I know of, we've pretty much mapped. So I'm pretty happy with what we got at the moment. Oh, they really annoy me too. And you'd think since this zone has not one, but 2 Polaroids, they would set up the Polaroids to take care of those dark spots on the map. No, let's not do that. Let's just make it so the dark spots on the map can never be gotten. Because it bothers me too. That's what the Polaroids used to do. You look at a map like, say, Coastal Highway. Or even Bleak Inlet. You look at a map, well, not Bleak Inlet, that's not as good of an example. But you look at a map like Coastal Highway. The Polaroid made all of this get mapped, which was so nice. We got a nice full map on it. It looks wonderful. It looks great. You know, you'd think that the Polaroids would uncover those areas, but no, they don't. They don't. It just doesn't do it. Hey, Ratchet, how you doing? May I spoil it to you? The location of an outdoor cave, I'm sure you missed. It's really hidden. Sure. Yeah, at this point, I don't really care. That got me underweight. Okay, good. Yes, Rat. Yeah, that is totally fine. This is the last episode of this character. Yep. In this version of the game. Yeah, every map should have a Polaroid that covers the dark spots. Hey now. Did he just say did he just say he can smell his feet? Did he just say I can smell my feet? I think he was just flexing on us. He's like, I can smell my feet. Oh, I am salty.
Looks like I survived another night.
On the map, it's between the Lonely House and the transition to Transfer Pass. Oh, there's another deer down here. Hold on. Time for us to go. Time for us to go take our aggression out on something. Well, Ratcha, I will open up my map and you can sort of give me an idea where I might be able to find it. He's just going into retirement. Yep, he's going into retirement, and that way I can use him on the next run of stuff that we do. Hey, Phobic, how you doing?
I might have to drop some gear.
Missed him. Oh, and he ran right back at me. What are you doing? What are you doing, Mr. Deer? You running away, you chicken? I'd be a chicken too. How was my beach? Didn't go on a beach trip, unfortunately, Feng Shui. I was gonna go on a beach trip, but then my friend bailed on me at the last minute, so... Instead, I spent the day at home just kind of being me, doing my thing. I'm alright, I'll be drawing and watching the stream. How about you? I'm doing good, man, I'm doing good. Alright. You gonna leave this hell of a zone? Now we'll probably just stay here. Alright, so the cave you're talking about, where is it theoretic? Where is it here? Is it like over here somewhere? It's between the Lonely House and the Transition to Transfer Pass. Well, there's Transfer Pass, there's the Lonely House. Is it down in the bottom here somewhere? Or is it up against one of these walls? Hey, look, we left the deer hide here. I'm gonna harvest this rabbit up just to get warm. On the left of the seedling spring. On the left of the seedling spring. But it's down on the floor, right? You know, it happens, Feng Shui. It sort of precipitated a little bit of a falling out between me and her, so... I'm just tired of putting up with the bull crap, you know what I'm saying? You can only take so much. Friends don't do that to friends.
I've never been so hungry in my life.
I'm gonna throw that in there, and that in there. Those I'm gonna leave out. Actually, I'm gonna take those out with me. Take that with me. The beach was not Feng Shui. No, it wasn't. It was not Feng Shui. Timberwolves want to know my location. Timberwolves don't get to know my location, man. We need to eat some food first. We're starving. We're starving. But you know, it is what it is. I mean, I wasn't even mad about it, to be honest. I was just more kind of disappointed in the whole situation. Because I thought we were doing better. It's always trouble with her. It's always something. It's always something. You know, and then she messages me a couple days later and she's like, I'm so sorry. I was just having a really bad time. And it's like, you know what? If you're having a bad time, I don't take my freaking bad times out on you. Don't take them out on me. The dark, I think that was the message. The dark cloud is past.
Too heavy.
It's like, welcome to my life, which generally is one freaking large dark cloud hovering over me 24/7 all the time, every day, all day long, okay? Welcome to my life. I mean, good God. You just suck it up, Buttercup, and deal with it. That annoys me about so many people. You know, it just annoys me. Not just with her, but it annoys me with a lot of other people. It's like, just suck it up. I mean, I have my bad days. You know what I do when I have a bad day? I just kind of hole up in my room and I just don't bother other people with it. Because honestly, it's not their problem. It's not their freaking problem. If you're gonna go with the cabin for the transition, it'll be on the right side of the pond where you can fish. There'll be a climbing spot to the cave. Oh, so it has a climbing spot to it. Interesting. Your friend sounds like my sister. Hey, you know, I love her to death, but she's literally like family to me. So that's why I don't feel bad about any of this, because honestly, I love her to death. She's just like family to me. So it's not like I hold her any ill will for a long period of time. It just makes me go,
I'm not sure I can.
well, she's very unhappy with her life right now. I think she's kind of having, if she was a dude, I'd say she's going through a midlife crisis. Which is fine. I went through my midlife crisis at like 35, okay? So mine already happened. It came and went. And you know what I did? I just left town. I left town for a month and didn't bother anybody else with it. You know, but that was just me. As a woman, it's not a plumbing problem. But no, she just I think she's just going through kind of a midlife crisis. She's not very happy with, like, you know, where her life is at right now, and it's like, okay, well, I get that, but I've tried to help her out with it. I offer all the time to give her advice, to give her a hand, to listen to her talk about, you know, what she's going through. Maybe I'll have some good ideas for her, and she just never wants to take it. She just thinks that she's gonna figure it out on her own. It's like, well, you know what? You probably can. Go for it. Just don't bother me on the flip side. Just don't bother me on the flip side with it. You know, when things don't go wrong, don't come looking to me. I mean, that's just, you know. But yeah, you know, stack my meat again. Oh, I love to stack my meat. My meat must be stacked always. Bad boy gamer. I wish I skipped town for a month and go off the radar. Well, I did, because I didn't want to bother anybody. I was done. I was done with life for a while. Oh wow, I'm heating up a tea for some reason. Why is that happening? But life is hard. It's really well hidden. I love this. And this cave is the closest shelter on the track to transfer pass. Okay. Well, after we get our meat cooked here and we get some arrows made, we'll go look for it tomorrow, Ratya, because I want to map it. I want to have that mapped. That would be a great feather in our cap for this mapping run. Of course today, since I'm just sitting by a fire making food and making arrows, of course today it's not gonna frickin' be a blizzard. What does the midlife crisis do? Midlife crisis is basically when you kind of start realizing you're getting older and you've missed out on a lot of stuff in life, and it kind of stresses you out, and so you do a lot of things to change. But it changes from person to person when it happens. Most people generally have their midlife crisis in their 40s. I had mine when I was 33, 32, 33 is when I had my midlife crisis. But everybody has it a little different. You know, everybody's is a little different. Sometimes, some people will never have a midlife crisis. I mean, some people will just never, you know, have a midlife crisis. But, you know, it happens to most people. Most people at one point or another will have one. Just because life is, you know, life hits us all in a certain way, you know. People used to never have midlife crises. You know why? Because they usually didn't live that long. They didn't live long enough to have midlife crises. They're like, midlife crisis, I'm only 25. Oh, mine was full at 35-ish. Got mine early. Change your job, move, starting taking life seriously. Yeah, oh yeah.
Too much stuff to carry.
You're still waiting to have yours, old fart? Hey, you know what? It could come years for you. Who knows? Yours could be years and years away. I'm 27 and I'm having my midlife crisis as well. Good to get it out of the way early. Exactly, yep. Get it out of the way early, Beastie, then you won't have to worry about it. It's like a quarter life one, Yogurt Man. When you question your successes, everyone else has accomplished things you haven't touched yet. Yeah, well, it can be a combination of that. See, mine was more my life was falling apart. I hated my job. I was getting divorced. I was unsure where I wanted to go in life. My job I absolutely hated. It wasn't so much that people had success. I've never been a person who compares successes. I honestly cannot stand people who look at other people and go, well, they're so successful, and because they're successful, that's why I'm not successful. And it's like, no, you're not successful because you're not doing what you need to do to make yourself successful. It's nobody's fault but your own if you're not successful. You're the only one that can stand in the way of your own success, trust me. I know this because I stood in the way of my own successes for a long, long time. So you are the only one that can stand in the way of your own success. But a lot, you know, that's the thing is like, people who compare themselves to other people, I just have never understood that. But I never went through that. But Mine was like collecting 1960s pottery to obsessive level. Oh, I collect everything to obsessive levels. Why do you think I have 9,000 comic books? And growing. Because I love comics and I collect them to an obsessive level. But yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is like my midlife crisis was and people have them for a variety of reasons, you know. The whole looking around at the world and seeing things like, it's like, why have I not accomplished things, you know? I get that. I never went through that myself. But I get that, because that is something people go through. Make some more arrow shafts here. The reason why they set retirement age 65 with Social Security is back in the 40s. Most people didn't make it to 65. Yeah, exactly. For me, it was every other gal was married by 23 years old, and I couldn't even get a boyfriend, so there's my comparison. Yeah, well, and see, that is definitely a thing. Especially for young ladies. When your friends are all married, they start having kids, and you're looking around going, wow, why hasn't that happened for me? You know, I can see that. I can see that. Well, my friend just turned 48. She'll be 49 this coming up year. Yeah, she'll be 49 this year. And I think she's kind of like looking at her life where, you know, our lives are made up of choices. And, you know, my choices in life were to work a lot when I was very young, and I never was part of like the party scene or anything like that. But my friend was very much a part of the living her life in her 20s. Was pretty much just her 20s were pretty much doing whatever she wanted and not really having any responsibilities, not ever building up a career or building up towards anything, and not being interested in getting married or anything like that. It was just kind of party all the time, which is fine, but you end up in your 30s not really having. She ended up in her 30s going, why is nobody wanting to hire me? And it's like, well, because in your 30s you have to sort of have skills. The employers are looking at you in your 30s. And every employer does this, especially if you're looking for like a long-term job. Employers will weigh out, you know, how much kind of work am I going to get out of this person? And what kind of, you know, job skills do they bring to my you know, to the employment? And she didn't really have any job skills. She had worked at a lot of, you know, basically cashier jobs and stuff like that. And so she never really developed a lot of skills that translated well into the job market. And that really, she didn't understand though why that was the thing. And I was like, well, that's why. But she didn't really want to hear that either. That was something she really didn't want to hear a whole lot of either. So it was kind of hard talking to her about it. Now she understands, because she's been out there in the job market for a while. And she's got some really good jobs. So she now completely understands it. But back then it was hard for her to understand. And I try to tell most people that. It's like, you got to have, in my opinion, you really need to kind of get some job skills in your 20s to be very employable to the jobs you may want to have in your 30s. Because she was, you know, her main frustration with the job she was getting in her 30s wasn't so much that she couldn't get a job. It's just that she couldn't get a job that paid more than minimum wage. It's like, well, it's because your skills don't really merit you getting more than minimum wage. Sorry to say. Now she does medical billing and all this cool stuff. She knows all these systems and everything that you know, now she's like, I get it. She's like, I get it. I could take my medical billing skills that I have now, and I could go to any hospital in the city and pretty much be guaranteed to get a job. No problem at all. And it's like, now you get it. Now you understand what your value is in the marketplace, because you've got all these skills now. You got all these skills that you've built up over the last, you know, 6-7 years, and she didn't have to go to school for any of it. This was all on the job training. she didn't even need to go to school for. And the sad thing about a lot of stuff that happens today is they need to start pushing trade schools way more, because in 20 years or so, we are going to be out of welders, plumbers, electricians. There's going to be such a small pool of them. Those guys are going to be making bank. If you're a young person out there watching right now, go to a trade school, become an electrician, a plumber, somebody who does a skill like that, a welder, because the trade schools need to be pushed way more, because our tradesmen are the lifeblood of our society. Our tradesmen are the ones who wire our houses, plumb our houses, keep the sewers going, keep things going. I mean, we need them as bad as we need truckers. Truckers are another thing that gets very little, gets kind of poo-pooed all the time. But I got mad respect for truckers, because they bring every grocery to your store. They bring every good to your place that you're buying stuff. We need that. And trade schools are very inexpensive. And you can also go do apprenticeships with a lot of the trade schools. And you can do apprenticeships, and apprenticeships, a lot of times they'll train you on the job. You'll come out of an apprenticeship with a great job and a lot of skill, and get right into a position where you're making really good money really fast. You got to pay your dues, but you'll be doing really good. Okay, so where is this cave you were talking about? You said it's down here. Is it along the path? If more locals trained in the trades, they would be getting hired. Oh yeah. Well, but see, they've all been sold this lie that you need to go to a university and get a 4-year education to make any money. They've been all sold that lie. Guess what? They've been sold that lie by people who went to 4-year universities and got an education to be a teacher, to tell students they need to go to a 4-year university to get a degree to get a good job. And it's like, yes, there are some jobs you need to go to university for, but you don't need to go to university for all these studies jobs. The studies courses they have at universities are a complete waste of time. They are a complete waste of time, except for a minute number of people who are going to go and teach those studies courses in the future. Those are the only people they're going to be useful for. If you're going to school and you have a job and you have a degree that ends in studies, it's great. But I'll see you when I get my coffee at Starbucks, because that's probably where you're going to end up working. Most of you. Some of you may not, but you're not going to be the exception. It's like somebody going to college on a football scholarship and thinking that they're automatically going to be playing in the NFL because of it. No, most college people who would get football scholarships to college, a very small minority of them ever get an NBA contract. Very small minority ever get it. Okay, so for the cave, just hug the right wall. So I need to hug this wall here. I need to go up and around. In DP, if you find the bedroll at Hibernia, is there any point going to Sketchy's cave? Not really, no. If you got the bedroll at Hibernia, it won't be in Sketchy's cave. So do we go up Ratcha as if we're going to the... Yeah, and most apprenticeships in the trades pay you while you learn. Yeah, they pay you while you learn. I know. The trades are just such an amazing thing. Back when I was going to high school, they pushed the trades. I mean, we had automotive trade. I mean, the automotive trade is one that needs people too. Sunder's past trauma. I just lost a 100-day playthrough because I exited a cave here stuck in what I felt was like a 3-day blizzard. Did I already pass the pond? Well, I'm going up towards Transition Cave. The pond's down there. Yeah, I've already passed the pond. The pond. Wait a second. Are you talking about Seedling Spring? Yeah, I'm way above. I'm way past Seedling Spring. I did not see a rope on the wall, though. Interesting. Yeah, oh yeah, I already passed Seedling Spring. Oh, is it this right here? Oh, I didn't see. Oh, I see what you're talking about. There's this little thingy you have to climb up. What? I've never been up here. What? And there's a cave right here. And there's coal in the cave. What? And there's a fire pit in the cave. What? And food in the cave. What? Oh my god. That. I never knew that was there. There it is right there, boys and girls. There's the cave. What was this one called? I didn't catch the name. My apprenticeship was 8,000 hours on the job, about 640 hours in the classroom. Oh yeah, and there's apprenticeships for everything, trade-wise. You can get an apprenticeship for pretty much any job you want to get in the trades. Whether it's electrician, plumber, welder, you know, you got to pay your dues with them. You aren't gonna get in the miserable haunt. Okay, we're in the miserable haunt, boys and girls. And it's warm in this cave, too. I like it in this cave. This cave makes me happy. It makes me happy. It's a happy cave. Oh, trades are as good as gold. Yeah. There's always going to be need for tradesmen out there. Are they the most glamorous job in the world? No. They're not the most glamorous job in the world, but you know what? You make a damn good living doing trades jobs. But then again, honestly, I don't look at... To me, there's no jobs that are glamorous in this world. Most jobs are... Oh, there's a rope over there. Oh, I think I already mapped that. Did I already map that rope? I don't think I mapped that rope. I don't think I've been up over there. Huh. Interesting. You did make me less salty, Ratcha. You did make me less salty, my friend. I will grant you that. The salt has flown. The salt has flown. But without the tools, there's no trade. Would you call those the tools of the trade, Hydro Shot? Well, we'll come back and get that rope when I'm not as heavy. I do need to make a new bow, though. You have to be doing new... Well, see, that's the thing, is I think a lot of younger people these days, old farts, they all think they're going to be the next Cardi B or Kim Kardashian, although those are two of the worst people you could ever look up to in the entire world. It's like Paris Hilton. It's like, what skill does this person even have? Why are they anything? But everybody thinks they're going to be the next internet celebrity or something. And it's like, you know, and they're like, well, I'm just doing this till I become internet famous. And it's like, well, chances of you becoming internet famous are the same as you becoming, you know, a movie star or a sports figure. It's a very limited, select group of people, and if you're waiting on that to happen, life is just going to pass you by, and you're going to wake up at 30 or 40 with nothing, and then be like, what happened? What happened to my life? Where did it all go wrong? Oh yeah, baby! Woo! Let's go! Let's go! Deer down, deer down. Yeah, but that's the thing is like,
Not sure I can carry.
the internet has definitely changed the world in that manner because a lot of people out there think that they're going to be the next, they're going to be the next one who gets like famous on the internet. And it's like, sorry, honey, but getting famous on the internet is not going to happen. I can say with almost 99% surety that getting famous on the internet's not going to happen for you. It just probably isn't. I hate to burst your bubble, but it's just probably not going to. Okay, so I don't need that. I don't need any of that right now. Okay, let's go get ourselves let's go chop up a deer, boys and girls. Going to Sundered Pass is where it all went wrong. Remember All in the Family, Archie telling Lionel he should become an electrical engineer, and it turned out he was giving sound advice. Oh, yeah. The trades are always sound advice. And yes, the trades do change over time, I doubt I can light a fire here. Too windy? Yeah, I figured. I can light one right there. I could probably do with a mag lens, so we'll do with a mag lens. Archie was such a jerk but likable in that show. Well, I mean, Al Bundy was a jerk, but he was likable in his show. Did you miss me, Al? With every bullet so far, honey. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And we can touch his hoof and harvest him. That's all I need. I just need to be able to touch him. I just need to be able to touch the deer with my hand. You get all the scrap in the world, but without the hammer, the forging the scrap is useless. Yes, it is. We gotta harvest this meat up anyway. So we'll sit here by the fire. Since we got a fire here, we'll sit by it. And we'll just harvest it up. Al was awesome. Al Bundy, he was the founder of No Ma'am, a national organization of men against Amazonian masterhood. Say that 10 times fast. That was his own foundation that he started. They even had t-shirts that were No Ma'am t-shirts. And he was a shoe salesman, exactly. He was a shoe salesman. I long for the days when people had common sense as Archie Bunker did. Well, common sense is kind of it's not so common anymore, old fart. It's now kind of uncommon sense. But yes, young people watching, get into the trades. Don't buy into the whole go to school for 4 years thing. Because generally it's not going to do much for you. It's generally not. All the working class guys who appeared, slobs that appeared on TV, I always had a place in my heart. Oh, me too. I've been a working class slob all my life, guys. I've pretty much worked in retail most of my life, except for the short period of time that I was a distributor for the Oregonian, which is the local newspaper. I've pretty much done that my entire life, just worked in retail. I actually enjoy working in retail. Now I drive Lyft, but I've always been kind of a, do my own thing kind of person, so. And college was never for me. I found school to be boring as hell. I found school to be the most boring place. It was like, I just want to be out in the world learning real stuff, not learning all this book learning. All this book learning stuff. I always, all the time, see these people who think that they're so smart because they have book learning. And it's like, yeah, okay, you have book learning, so you may know certain things, but you know nothing, trust me. You really don't know anything. You know some things, but you don't know things.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
Personally, I don't saw this kind of young people very often, but maybe I just grew up in a very specific society, or maybe it's not a thing here. It's probably not. It's a very Western thing, Ratcha. It's a very Western thing. That's the thing, is those of us in the West need to realize that how our society kind of works is not generally how the rest of the world is actually functioning. The rest of the world functions very differently than our little area of the world in our Western societies here. The rest of the world hasn't basically lost its goddamn mind for the most part. We're slowly getting it back here. We're slowly getting it back. People have kind of had enough, and they're now making their voices heard, which is good. Because people are kind of like, yeah, this is not how we want the world to really work. You know, this is not how the world is functioning. No. So we're getting it back. We're getting it back slowly but surely. But you know, we didn't get here overnight. It's not going to be fixed overnight either. You know, and honestly, for the Western world, it is mostly just the pendulum swinging yet again. The pendulum here swings back and forth all the time. Yeah, you got a degree in literature, but can't change the oil in your car.
This pack is getting kind of heavy.
Or even know where the oil needs to be added to your car. That's even funnier. It's slowly getting fixed here, Siebes. Slowly. It's going to take a long time, though. I mean, that's the thing, is it's taken us 20 years to get to this point about. In my calculations, this started about the early aughts. This whole weird way we've been going started about the early aughts, and it's going to take probably the next 10, 15 years to get it. It started changing right after COVID, really. Because people were fed up. The overreach was very apparent, and people got fed up. And it's not going back now. It just keeps going. It just keeps going that direction. So hopefully we won't get overcorrect, because that's a problem too. That's the problem when things get pushed too far one direction, is then they get pushed back the other direction even further. It's a never-ending battle, boys and girls. Never-ending battle. Okay, that I got all the. I'm picking up all the small pieces. I know in France you generally don't pay for university. Well, see, here's the thing though. Here's the thing that always, you know, the whole you don't pay for university. No, you don't pay for university. You know who's paying for university? Everybody else. Because it's being paid for by somebody. Like I told my nephew, college is not... Free college would never be free. The only time college will ever be free is if every professor works for nothing. Works for nothing. Somebody has to foot the bill. And it should be the people going to college. It shouldn't be people who have, I mean, I pay for college all the time because our state covers a lot of college expenses. And so it's never free. Somebody's paying for it, and the question is who's going to pay for it. And generally it's all of us who never went to college, who aren't going to go to college, and that kind of bothers me a little bit. Because it's like, hey, if you want to go to college, that's great and everything, but why should I be paying for what, you know, if it's going to be paying you off that well in the end, am I going to get part of your wages when you get out of college? No. You're going to keep all the wages for yourself, which is your right to do because you are the one working for it at that point. But you know, I wish the whole free college thing would just disappear out of everybody's heads. Plus, people have to realize that a free college in a country that has 30 million people living in it is different than free college that has 350 million people living in it. Oh, you're saying if you go to university, if you have a certain amount of smarts. So, oh, if you're smart enough, you go to university. Oh, I see what you're saying. Now, do they still pay for it themselves, or is it just the opportunity is given to them to go to university? Four hours on that. Let's get the survival bow made. Yeah, we're just gonna use our knife. Our knife is getting worn down, but that's okay. Free college is a transfer of wealth from poor to better off. Well, it's a free college basically transfers stuff from the working class to people who are better off a lot of times, yes. It probably helps a few people here and there that couldn't go to college otherwise, but the thing is that there's a lot of grants that colleges have as well. I don't think taxpayer dollars should be used on college at all. I think taxpayer dollars being used on college is just a waste of money. I really truly think it is. I don't think one dime of my taxes should go to college at all. Did you make the knife with the claw? No, I never got a chance to kill the cougar, unfortunately. Never did. You have to earn it in France? Oh, well, that's good. That's good. You pay for some and they pay for some. But you have to qualify and prove yourself to keep the government funding it for you. Well, as long as there's some good checks and balances, I guess. Or be a Los Angeles influencer that scams your audience and you'll be a millionaire. Hey, either that or you could start up an organization after somebody gets killed, take millions of dollars from people, and then buy some you can buy large mansions with it. You could do that also and make a lot of money. Yeah. One of the biggest scams ever perpetrated on the American public. Yeah, you can buy some large mansions. Public education in general has become a farce in the U.S. A majority of young people are far dumber now. Oh yeah, a majority of young people, they'll know who all the Kardashians are, but they won't be able to name to you 5 of the founding fathers of the country. They'll go with Abraham Lincoln. They'll go with all these. They'll go with all these weird names. They'll be like, I can't. Yeah, I know 5 founders of the country. It's like, no, you don't. Or a North Carolina influencer that scams their audience. Who's the what North Carolina influencer that is that? I don't know who that is, honestly. To be honest, I don't know who Jack Pistachio. I have no idea who you're referencing. Yeah, who fought in the Civil War? China and Japan. Yes, they did. Wasn't that George Washington who fought in the Civil War? You can't name the traitors to the British Empire, Eugene? Come on. They should teach that in school. It should be like, this guy was a traitor. This guy broke away and was a traitor to our country. I mean, we know who Benedict Arnold was, and he was a traitor. Who borders with the U.S.? Oh, who borders? China and France border with us. Cuba and Russia, exactly. Like, we have free university programs for the winners of certain competitions. Oh yeah, see, that sort of stuff, Ratchet, I don't mind. If it's like a merit-based thing where you have to win a competition or you have to have like a certain level of, you know, be able to show a certain level of competence or whatever. I don't even honestly know if colleges use SAT scores anymore. I don't even know if they use SAT scores any longer to qualify people for certain things. Because that may be looked at as biased or something, or racist or something, you know. Because everything's racist, everything's sexist, everything's, you know, everything's everything. You just have to be willing to call everything something. Technically, George Washington was a traitor to the British Crown. Yeah, technically he was. Technically he was. I mean, you know, the thing is, we won, so it doesn't matter. The thing is, we won, so it doesn't matter. You're only a traitor if you lose. You're only a traitor if you lose, so. Scholarships, I'm totally for. Scholarships, I'm completely for. I have no problem with scholarships. Scholarships and grants are things that, you know, that are put out there. You know, there's grants that have huge amounts of money behind them, and that's not taking it from anybody. That's just money that's there to use. That I have no problem with at all. Winners do write the history. Well, the winners write the history to a point. Winners write the history up to a certain point, and then sometimes as history moves further away from the actual time of it being done, I think people start to look at history, you know, and kind of look not at both sides. I wouldn't say both sides, but they look at it with a little less rose-colored lens, I guess you could say. But yeah, winners definitely write the history books. All right, we got some cedar, that and that on us. All right, we're gonna go climb this rope over here. We're gonna go climb this rope over here and see what's up there. The elites rewrite history. We let you win. Felt sorry for you. Hey, that's okay. We'll take it. We'll take the W. We'll take the W, Eugene. That water tastes weird. Either that or just my taste buds are weird. I know. I've never understood that either, Ratcha. When I was growing up, I was taught every human being was valuable and every person was the same. No matter what race or creed or sex you were all equal. You had the same capabilities. You know, some of us have more capabilities than others, but that's not based on anything at all that has to do with race or any of that. I mean, I was never taught that growing up. I think personally most of that is politicians who want to divide us, and they want us to split up into groups because that benefits them. That benefits them. If we are divided, we need them even more. And that's the only thing it is. Yeah, I don't see skin color either on people. I just don't. It's not a factor to me at all on anybody. I mean, and the thing is that I think that's great that we've gotten to a point where that's not a big deal. I mean, you got to remember that for most of human history, 95% of human history, we have been a very, I don't know what you'd call it. Is it homogenized? It's basically where you only have like one race living in a place. Because for most of history, we have not had the ability to travel and be in places where we have a lot of different races together, a lot of different cultures, and all that sort of stuff. We've never had that ability, really, to have the capability to travel and visit and meet people from other races and cultures. You know, you know, a white person in the Orient would be a strange thing to have a white person in China or Japan 200, 300 years ago. That would be like, oh my God, who is this person, you know? because it was not a thing that, you know, happened very often. And, you know, we live in a time now where we have a very mixed culture between races and peoples and different societal views and stuff like that. And so, you know, that's something we, you know, we're in a different era than we've been in. Like I said, for like 95% of human history, we have not had this. Well, and that's the thing, Stooley. There will always be people out there who are racist. He prefers NASCAR, but he watches F1. He watches F1 sometimes. There will always be people who are out there who are racist. But I genuinely believe that most people don't care. I genuinely believe that most people are like, I don't care what you are. I don't see you like that. I care that you're a person. If you're an a-hole to me, then you're an a-hole to me. If you're not, then I'm just gonna treat you like a normal person. I'm not gonna sit there and put labels on you. Oh, so there is a person here. Is that a road down there? Oh, this could hurt. This could hurt. Ow. Okay, we didn't fall yet. We didn't fall yet. Okay, we're good. We're good. Oh, jeez. Well, and that's the thing, is that really 1,000 years ago, they weren't very racist to him. Foreign people were a curiosity, Chris. Foreign people didn't look at him with hate. They looked at him with, you know, with curiosity, like, oh, this is a person we've never seen before. And of course, a blizzard sets in right as we get here too. We're right here at this the lone rest. We just climbed up this rope, came across here. We're at the lone rest right now, which is actually pretty close to the cave. We can keep going up towards the cave. Let's go up towards the cave. I'm not staying there for the night. No. No. No, 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 no. You'd see the video with a man who was asked what planet are we on, and he said, sorry, I'm not from here. I have a sci-fi mind. Stargate, Star Wars, Star Trek, Orville, Babylon 5. First great migration was 1,000 years ago when Homo sapiens invaded Europe past the Ice Age. And you know, and that's the thing, is that we always have, now that we have these mixed societies, yes, we have to deal with a lot more of that. But I think a lot of it is propagated by politics. I think a lot of it is propagated by politics, and I think a lot of it is propagated by what we would call race baiters. People who actually, they profit and benefit off of the conflict and the struggle between people. You notice the people who always preach the peace? George Carlin said it best. They always kill the leaders that preach peace. You know, Martin Luther King, Jr., Kennedy, you know, all these guys who preach peace, who want us to live peacefully together, they take them out because they're a threat to their power. They're a threat to their power, and they're a threat to people just living together in harmony, which is what we should do. We should all try to live together in harmony, because we aren't that much different from each other. We're more alike than we are different in so many ways. And it's sad that most people don't see that. It really is. I think the world would be better off if we would see ourselves more alike than different. There'd be a lot less hatred, that's for damn sure. Well, they're not common. It's just the people who do them are very loud. That's why, like I've said before, that's why Howard Stern always put David Duke on his show, the leader of the Ku Klux Klan. Not because he believes that what David Duke stood for was right, but because he wanted to expose David Duke for being the flaming, ridiculous, racist jackass that he was. And that's the thing, is he wanted that to be out there for the world to see. It's better to have those people exposed than to have them shut up. Because then you see who the real horrible human beings are. Look at all the stuff that's gone down with Destiny lately. Now, whether you agree with what, agree with the Trumpster or not, nobody, I would never advocate anybody assassinating any past or present world leader ever. Thank you for the ghost, by the way. And for Destiny to come out and not only cheer that on, but also mock the gentleman who died during that shooting is a horrific thing. That is a unconscionable thing to do. I would never ever do that, no matter if I disagreed or agreed with anybody on anything. I wouldn't wish that on Biden. I wouldn't wish it on Trump. I wouldn't wish it on Bush. I wouldn't wish it on Clinton. And not all those people I either like. I don't like all those people. But, that's the thing. Yeah, Destiny is a human piece of garbage. He definitely is. Yeah, I don't know how that man has the audience he has, but he is a human piece of trash. And for him to come out and not only not decry the death of that person, but to mock it and mock him and cheer on the assassination attempt of a US president is next level psychotic. That is just next level psychotic. And I don't care if I agree or disagree with your politics or not. I don't wish death on anybody or any leader. The place you defeat him is in the poll booth. If you can't defeat him in the poll booth, if you can't defeat him in the election, then you don't have any business, speaking about it at all. Destiny, nah, I don't know if he ever scammed kids about selling boxes or not. He's just a piece of human trash. He's the guy who was in an open marriage until his wife left him for another dude. How's that open marriage working out for you there, bud? And he'd go on shows and basically try to talk about how great it was and how everybody else was stupid because they weren't in an open marriage, and how it was awesome and amazing. And it's like, dude, you are the biggest loser ever. Yeah, how's that open marriage working out for you now, bud? Yeah, beta. Who is Destiny? He's an influencer and a streamer. He does a lot of political streams, and he's been on a lot of shows and stuff. So, he's on a lot of shows and things like that talk about politics and stuff. He's been on Piers Morgan's show a couple times. But he's a windbag. He's a windbag, but he's a horrible human being just for a lot of things he's said in the past. So he does a lot of debates, although he doesn't debate. He basically, his way of debating is talking very quickly. Oh, he ran from Jordan Peterson. Jordan Peterson annihilated Destiny in a debate. Jordan Peterson just picked apart every little thing that Destiny ever came up with, because Destiny just talks out of his ass 90% of the time, and he just hopes he talks fast enough that people won't check him and won't actually he's hoping that people won't check his facts, because he talks and he talks very quickly. He talks like this, and he goes, I just don't understand how people can do this, and I just don't know. Blah, 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 blah. Jordan Peterson? How is Jordan Peterson a bad person, Marley? I've never heard Jordan Peterson talk too much trash about anything. What has he done? What has Jordan Peterson done? Jordan Peterson? What has Jordan Peterson ever done? Oh, Denzel, I'd vote for him in a heartbeat. What lies is okay? So tell me your two favorite lies he's told to people. Tell me the 2 favorite lies that Jordan Peterson. I'm gonna go at you on this one, Marley, because I don't believe Jordan Peterson lies. So what lies has he sold to people? Because if you can convince me, I'll admit it. No, you got to go back to the lies first. You got to go back to the lies. So what lies has he told to people? That's the one. That's the first thing. The carnivore diet and stuff. Well, you don't have to do that. What's the carnivore diet? I mean, the carnivore diet, I looked into it myself and I was like, nah, the carnivore diet doesn't look like a... I mean, if it works for him, it works for him. I mean, you know, if the carnivore diet works for him, I wouldn't go for, I mean, I don't think he's trying to convince people to go on a carnivore diet. I've never, I mean, I've heard him talk about his carnivore diet before and how, he had nothing else ever had helped him, so he did that. But, I mean, I don't personally, Marley, but then again, I don't personally buy into any diets at all. I think a balanced diet is the best way to go in life. I don't buy into any dieting stuff at all. So in that, I will totally agree with you. You got me there. I will totally agree with you. It doesn't seem like a good idea for anyone, in my opinion, no. But hey, if it works for him, it works for him. I mean, I'm not gonna, maybe it's just his genes it works for. I don't know. Pizza and Coke? Oh, yeah. Pizza and Coke's the best. Yeah, so the diet thing, Marley, I will give you that. I totally agree with you there. I was like, what lies? But see, I've never heard him, like, get out on a lecture circuit and try to, I've never heard him lecturing about everybody should be on the carnivore diet. I've never heard a lecture from him based on that. So that's what had me a little bit confused. Is I've never heard him talk about the carnivore diet as like something that people should prescribe to or subscribe to on a general whole. I've heard him talk about it in passing, but I've heard him say, it works for him, and people are always like, it really works for you? That's all you eat? And they just have a hard time believing that's all he eat, because I have a hard time believing it too. Because I don't think it would, I just definitely know it would not work for me. I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen what his lecture on carnivore diet. Well, that should be pretty easy to Google, right? Jordan Peterson. Google Jordan Peterson lecture to go to carnivore diet. Because I want to see that. If he's actually doing that, yeah, he needs to stop doing that. Peterson, carnivore diet lecture. Jordan Peterson on the carnivore diet. Okay, that's a Lex Friedman podcast. So yeah, if he's prescribing that, no man, there isn't a lecture. Yeah, if he's prescribing that for other people other than himself, I'd say that's very bad. Very, very bad. He's bringing into conversations. Well, I bring a lot of stuff into conversations I have with people all the time. Okay, well, the carnivore diet I can agree with you on, but because somebody has one thing that you disagree with on that makes them completely unreliable on other stuff? I don't know. I think people knee-jerk into Jordan Peterson a lot because they put him on the alt-right, which is so funny because Jordan Peterson is not... He's a lefty from what I can tell. he's very lefty from what I can tell. Hey, thank you for the 100 bits. But then again, he has committed the same sin that J.K. Rowling has been accused of as well. And that's not bowing to the woke mob, so, you know. And for me, that makes them a little bit of like, well, you know, hey, I don't bow to any woke mob or right-wing mob myself, so I don't bow to either of them. I tell them to both go get stuffed. They can all go get stuffed in my book, because I think radicals on both sides are bad for everybody. Radicals are a bad idea, no matter what you got. And everybody can agree, I think, to that. We don't like radicals. Unless it's like, radical, dude. Then I like radicals. Then I like it. I do like radical stuff. Radical man. Alright, so let's see. What's our condition on our stuff? The boots are hurting a little bit, but that's just normal because we got nipped by the damn Timberwolves. I know, same for me, Kenneth. It's like I am like a middle. I'd say I'm probably middle. I mean, I did have more of a conservative upbringing because I grew up in the church and stuff. So I'm probably more middle, maybe a little bit to the right on some things. But socially, I'm pretty. I mean, I'm kind of libertarian when it comes to it because I'm kind of one of those. You know, as long as what you're doing doesn't affect me, you know, I don't really have a problem with what you're doing as long as it's not harming me or children. I'm pretty okay with it. I'm pretty okay with most people's lifestyles. With most people, you know, doing what they want to do. I don't really find much. I don't get offended by very much, really. Oh, you know what? Let's make the moose hide our carpet. But I'd say, you know, if I had to classify myself, I'm probably more middle to the maybe a little bit more to the right. I'm more fiscally conservative. I think our government is way over bloated, and I don't look for the government to give me anything because I don't want anything from them. But, and I don't want other people to be getting lots of stuff from the government either. I think the government should be a safety net, not a hammock that people just lay in and get free stuff all the time from. So, you know, that's maybe makes me hard right, I don't know. Yeah, avoid YouTubers. Yeah, well, Marley, definitely avoid a lot of the internet, Marley, that's for sure, right? There's pretty much anybody can get on the internet and say something. But yeah, as long as you aren't harming anybody else, me, others, and kids with what you're doing, and you're a consenting adult, I really don't have a problem with you doing most stuff. I mean, now I will reserve the right to go, ew. I mean, because maybe I'm not going to tell you can't do it, but I reserve the right to go, ew, that's gross. I'm not going to sit there and celebrate your weird stuff, but I'm not going to forbid you from doing it. You can do whatever weird stuff you want to do. I don't care. But that doesn't mean that I have to accept it or applaud it or, you know, pretend that it's like something that I would do, because most of the time it's not, but... You know, I'll let you do it. I don't care. Doesn't bother me in the least bit. Well, we could just have a couple of planks. We got a metal shelf here. I can't do anything to that ladder. We got a tinder plug there. I was hoping there'd be a few more things to break down in here, but really there's not. There's that creepy goddamn teddy bear. I hate that teddy bear there. See, I think the thing I draw the line at is now a lot of these groups are not only wanting... Because let me look at it this way. Look at it from my perspective. In the 80s, I mean, they all think this is a new thing that happened into the 2000s, you know, the whole gay revolution and stuff. It's like, you know what? I had gay friends. I was hanging with gay people in the 80s. And gay people in the 80s are way different than the gay people now. Than a lot of the gay people now. I mean, they just wanted to be treated like normal people. They just wanted to be, you know, accepted as normal people. They didn't expect me to, like, celebrate them or anything like that. And it's like, I had no problem with it. I was like, you're gay. You know, hey, more, It's like my druggy friends were with me. They were like, hey, more drugs for us if you don't want any. Hey, guess what? More women for me if you don't want any. I didn't care. It's like, what did it matter to me? Not one damn bit. And then it was like, you know, and now though it's like a lot of the movement seems to be more centered around you need to not only accept it, but they were just regular people. Yeah, well, and that's the other thing, is it was not their entire identity. It wasn't like, it's not like I ever go up to anybody and go, hi, I'm Atheenon, I'm a straight white guy. You know, it's like, you know, it wasn't their identity. It was just part of what they were. They were just regular people. Yeah, it's that all or nothing mindset that just bugs me like crazy. And that's the thing, I think that a lot of the movement has lost, and I still have two very close gay friends that really despise the way the LGB community got hijacked, I think. I think it got hijacked in the early 2000s by activists. I really think it did. Because it's not what it was back in the 80s or even the 90s. The LGB community in the 80s and 90s was a completely different beast than it is today. And it's morphed and changed, and I think it's become a more activist group than an actual equal rights group. Because that's what my friends in the 80s just wanted. They just wanted to be treated like a normal person, and that was they actually, my friends that I have that are gay, they don't even want that as part of like them being, they just never want it brought up. They're just like, that's my private stuff I do in my bedroom. I just don't even care if it's ever brought up. It has nothing to do with me. I'm a human being first. I'm a human being first. It goes back to the whole, I don't see people as white, black, gay, straight. I just see a human being in front of me, and every human being to me is valuable. Every human being is valuable. And once we actually get back to that, I think the world's going to be a much better place. When we just start accepting that every human being is a valuable person in and of themselves. Regardless of a label. I always go the route of least harm, so I include more than just humans. I don't want to become a person who permits harm and exploitation. It's never a you do you thing. Well, that's what I don't want people to be exploited either. I'm saying you do you in the bedroom. I'm speaking specifically of the bedroom, I guess, Marley. If somebody wants to do whatever they want to do in the bedroom, I have no problem with it. As long as it's not harming kids and it's consensual, I'm good with it. That's where I was going with that. Yeah, you don't want to. Yeah, you never want to harm or oppress anybody. No. That's the last thing anybody should do to anybody else. And anybody that does needs to be called out immediately and completely ostracized. You know, they need to be called to the carpet on that. So, yeah, and animals too. Don't hurt animals. Don't hurt animals. Don't hurt animals, please. Animals. What do the animals ever do to you? Don't go out there and just do mean things to animals, because that's mean. But yeah, no, I get what you're saying, Marley. I get what you're saying, buddy. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, humans are awesome. But we're also horrible. But we're also awesome. But we're kind of horrible. But sometimes we do awesome things. In the pursuit of great, we forgot to do good. In the pursuit of great, we failed to do good. There's nothing else in here I can break down, huh? Makes me kind of sad. I could break that table. No, I can't break that table down. That's weird. Usually those tables you can break down. People should love who they want, consenting. If you want to have a gun but you don't shoot people, you're fine. Well, yeah. I mean, you know. Why not? If you like to legally hunt, you're fine. If you're poaching or being cruel animals, that's a problem. Well, gosh, I mean, my dad, like I've said before, Phantom, my dad was a big hunter. He was a hunter all my life, and what he hated more than anything was poachers. He would turn in poachers if he ever found them hunting on land. Because poachers not only do they harm the population of animals out there for the other hunters, but they are also taking animals that should not be taken at the wrong times of year. Because ODF&W strictly regulates the times of years you can take animals, because they don't want you taking pregnant does. They don't want you taking bucks when you know, at certain times of year, because those bucks are needed to make more deer. It's a whole thing called the circle of life. The circle of life. Legality isn't morality. That is true. That is true. There are some things that are legal that are not necessarily moral, and vice versa. Alright, so I do have some water. I think I have some water in here somewhere. Yes, I do. Why, yes, I did. Alright, well, I think we've done a pretty good job here. Pretty good job. Hey, Player Slayer, how's it going? Permitted hunting's fine, helps the wildlife, especially people. Oh yeah, especially with people. I mean, you know, the legal hunting is something that is a proud tradition here in Oregon, and I think it really helps the herds too. I think it really does. And you know what? When I was young, that's the way we had meat on the table during the wintertime, so. And it taught me a lot of good stuff about life as well, so. It was a separate comment, yes. Any tips for 7 days to die? Any tips for 7 days to die? Don't die. Funny how people say they are so welcoming, have the narrowest viewpoints on what other... Well, they're welcoming, old fart, unless you disagree with them on their viewpoint. I'm welcoming to everybody, and even if I disagree with you on your viewpoint, I will still go out and have a beer with you. I'll still go out and I'll listen to you. I won't demand that you be quiet. I grew up loving hearing other viewpoints. I grew up loving other people's viewpoints because that's the only way I ever learned anything new. I never learned things new if I didn't hear other people's viewpoints. So, for me, that was always exciting growing up. Alright, we're just gonna pass some time here and then get a little sleep. Nobody's gonna stop farming pigs. Bacon tastes too damn good. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. I love some bacon. I like sausage too, so that's what she said. Hey-o! I don't like pork except bacon. Except bacon. Bacon. What is it about bacon though? What is it about bacon that just smells? There's something about bacon that just smells so damn good. And I don't know what it is. I don't know why it smells so dang good. What's my brother send me? Oh, my brother sent me a picture of something my daughter posted. Oh, that's funny. But yeah, BLT's got food of the gods. Yes. How's my brother? He's doing okay. I mean, they still aren't back in their house. They still have. They haven't even started doing any work on their house either. The insurance company is basically dragging its feet at this point. The insurance company is dragging its feet right now. Just dragging it out. Dragging it out. Fat cooking often allows for scent to travel through the air more quickly and stay in place. I have kids. Yes, I have 2 kids. I have a 29-year-old daughter and a 24-year-old son. Well, my daughter's 28. She'll be 29 this year. I have a mole removed from my face, and the doctor cauterized the area. I smelled like Oh my goodness, no! You're the long pig, Phantom Sith. You know they call humans long pig. That's another word for Soylent Green. If you've never seen the movie Soylent Green, go watch it. It's pretty horrifying. It was a movie made back in the 70s, but look at this beautiful day, boys and girls. It's a beautiful day. Beautiful morning. Oh, wow. It's a racial memory when our ancestors would burn their enemies at the stake. Humans and pigs are basically the same when you think about it. Foragers, omnivores, cannibals, yep. We do share a lot of stuff in common with them, I guess. We're only a few chromosomes off from them, probably. I was so funny. I had the room laughing at that. Laughing at it, I bet. It's like I smell like bacon. See that doctor?
Can't feel my feet.
Phantom Sith. That doctor should have pumped. They should have pumped bacon smell into their operating area. That way nobody would notice. That way nobody would ever notice the bacon smell. If they just pumped it in. The 70s film Rollerball is remarkably like we were living in today. Yeah. Logan's Run's getting there too. Logan's Run is getting there as well. Think about it. There's a game called Human Farm where you play as a pig. It's surreal. There's also a book called Animal Farm. That's pretty surreal too. Oh boy. You know what? You know what's a good way to end this series for right now? Sitting in a fishing hut. Sitting in a fishing hut doing some fishing. That's a good way. And with a mag lens fire to boot. But yeah, we're getting close to Logan's Run too. Logan's Run and 1984. They didn't realize that it smelled like pig until you said it, and then they were like, yeah, it kind of does. When are we gonna do 7 Days to Die? In about 2 minutes. We're gonna break open this ice here. Will I catch a largemouth bass today? You never know, Marley. We could catch the largemouth bass. It could happen. It could happen. It probably isn't gonna happen, but it could happen. Let's get a full drink of water on us.
Welcome back. Whoa. Whoa, I had a frog in my throat there. A literal frog. But welcome back to Puppetry of the Fish. Hello, how are you? How's it going, Marley? How's it going, Old Fart? How's it going, Stewie? Eugene, Mean Sheets, Jack Pistachio, calling out all the names. That's what we do. Hey, I may not be a bass, but I'm the boss. So, Prim, you better watch it, or I'm gonna get ya. I'm gonna get ya.
Oh, that fish meant business.
Hey, wait a sec. Oh, Phantom Sith, you gotta go? Bye, Phantom Sith! Oh, man, I was just gonna say, Phantom Sith is here, Jack Pistachio's here, everybody's here, yay!
Except that redacted guy, we don't like him. That redacted guy, he's totally a jerk. Oh, there we, oh, wait, whoa, there we, oh, we got it. Oh, there we go. That redacted guy, we don't like him one bit. Redacted, he's kind of a jerk. Oh my God, I am the devilfish. I have 666 calories. You shall be drawn into hell. I am coming for your souls. I am here from the depths of the fish hole. Yes, look at my butt. Look at my fish butt. I am the devil bass. The devil bass shall reign supreme. Even on top of Sundered Mountain, I shall reign supreme. No one shall ever take me down. And I am coming for your souls. Yes, we're going to lower it down like this. And we're going to stop being nice. No more Mr. Nice Guy. No more Mr. Nice Guy. Look at my fish butt. Yes.
I might have to drop some gear.
Okay, enough of that. That was the demon fish right there. We caught the demon fish again, boys and girls. We caught him.
We got him. Hey, everybody. Everybody, hold on a second. Hold on. The demon fish, I'm not quite a demon fish. I'm a demon fish -5. So I'm sort of adjacent to the demon fish, but not quite him.
That's his younger cousin, exactly. That's his younger cousin. Don't take the mark of the fish. It's Satan bass. Yeah, hopefully, Phantom Sith, you can catch Misery tomorrow. That'd be awesome. That would be awesome if you could catch Misery tomorrow. We'll be very miserable. We'll be very miserable all together. Wow, so we caught how many fish in 6 hours? We got 8 fish in 6 hours, boys and girls. 8 fish. 8. You know, it's not, you know, I don't want to cook them in the pan. Cooking fish in a pan just seems wrong. We need to cook them in the skillet. We gotta grill these fish up, baby. We gotta grill them up. I often sound like a Goa'uld. Cree! That's all I can do is Cree! I know Cree. Cree's a thing. Oh good, I got water here. Never mind. I was thinking we were out of water, but we aren't.
This gear's starting to slow.
Yeah, I wanted to get in right around 3 hours of Long Dark today, and we're almost there. We're almost there, and then we'll go play a little more 7 Days to Die tonight. We are getting hungry. Let's eat a bass. You're late, but you're here. Well, you're here now, and that's all that matters. Well, we got the zone mapped, so we're good there. We got the last Polaroid, which didn't really matter because the last Polaroid basically did this. It went, oh look, you can see what you already saw. You can see what you already saw. So it was like, oh, well, that's disappointing because I know what I already saw. What are my goals now with the zone? We're done. Today's the last day that we're playing them. Today is the last day we're gonna be on this, dude. And then on Monday we're gonna be starting up a brand new interloper. This weekend we got some misery going on. On Monday we're gonna start a brand new interloper character. So, yeah, this is the last day for a while that we're gonna play this guy. Oh, no, just for a while. We'll come back to him. We still gotta get him to 700 days. He's only at 678 days right now, but I'm to be honest, I'm kind of bored. I'm kind of bored with him. He bores me. Because there's not much to do with him now that we've mapped everything.
It's gonna get a lot colder.
Nothing that I really want to do anyway. Put a little more wood on there. So he's gonna go on a little vacation for a little while. Oh, and I slept without water. Oh, my poor bones and breaking everything. You need our challenge? I just want to play another interloper. I just wanted to play. Well, we'll get enough challenge tomorrow. We'll get enough challenge tomorrow. But yep, we're gonna be leaving this character now, boys and girls. We have successfully mapped Sundered Pass, in my opinion. A lot of these black areas are just high mountains that we can't get to. We could probably go over here and get that. We could probably get that, and we could probably get this little area here, but I just don't really care that. I don't care enough about it, because we've got most of all the major points now. We got that neat cave that Ratya showed us. We also got the climb here, as well as the dude right below the lone rest. So we got that. We got all the maps for every single map in the game mapped up now. So I'm very happy with that. Very happy with that. And when the new map comes out, we may return to this guy, but we may just wait until the new stuff comes out and go with that. We may just do that. But right now, boys and girls, we're going to wrap up Long Dark for today. Tomorrow, we will be playing Misery Mode at noon, 3 Eastern. We will be playing Misery Mode, and we will be miserable. And there will be salt flowing quite generously, I would bet. But for right now, we're just going to switch. We're going to switch. Yes, the area on the right doesn't really map, Jack Pistachio. It's like the tunnel area that you go up to get to the very top. And so that it unfortunately doesn't map very well at all. And it gets really blizzardy and cold there too, all the time, so you can't really map it very efficiently, which kind of sucks. And you only go up there one time, and that's for the quest, and then you never, ever, 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 ever go up there again. Ever. But we're gonna say goodbye to you on YouTube. We'll be back in 3 or 4 minutes with a new Long Dark, or 7 Days to Die stream. So we'll see you all later on the YouTube side. Thank you for coming by. Hopefully we'll see you again next time. And don't forget to hit like and subscribe and all that good stuff. Maybe become a member. We got a lot of members today, thanks to Bad Boy Gamer. Thank you, Bad Boy Gamer, for all those memberships you gifted out. It was over 20 memberships today. Thank you so much, my friend. And we'll see you in a little